1985, the Skinny Boys appear in the hip-hop scene. This is the Untold Story, the Skinny Boys weight gain documentary.
Before you know it, Cool Rap and Boogeyman become what is known as the Tough 2 MCs. We come and we change our name to the Superior Crush. So that consisted of me, Pete, Sean, White Flash. Also City O, who we call Juice. That was before even the Jock Box came into effect.
What year is this now?
This is still 81, but going into 82.
Okay.
You know? And so I would just say that when my brother came home and said, you know, yo, you're gonna be an MC. You know, PD, Sweet D, ELD, him and my brother would give me like, okay, we're gonna give you like a 4-bar, 8-bar real quick. And then they started doing the 8 bars. Now we're gonna give you a 12-bar segment. So they just started practicing. You know, I was going to practice and, here, do this right here, Sean. And I remember the first thing I did was a song by Stevie Wonder, you know, MCs You Heard. That was like one of our routines that we came up with. You know, it was like, MCs You Heard, the best in Bridgeport City. You've seen us rock, we rockin', you know we give no pity. That was one of the routines that they started me out with. Taking a Stevie Wonder song and then turning it into a routine.
Okay, so when Skinny Boys made their first song, it was a song called We're Awesome. And I think they were still Superior Crush. I probably didn't know them as Skinny Boys as of yet, because we weren't in the same group anymore. And so when they came out with that first song and we heard it, it was like everybody had to take a step up, you know, because this song was, to me, it was incredible. Jay was always nice with making beats and sort of making the drums work. You know, you had human beatboxing and then you had regular drum programming. Jay.
So at this point, you get pulled in the group with Super J and ELD. You were all a group. What was the name of that group at that time?
That group became Superior Crush. Yes.
All right.
I mean, I knew Cool Rap, Boogeyman, Twice as Nice. Them dudes were thorough. You know, I knew White Flash. You know, but my brother brought me in at the phase of when the Twice as Nice phased out, and then him and ELD. You know, we came up with Superior Crush.
So here we go again. What was the first show do you remember that you and the Skinny Boys, aka Superior Crush, did together?
Stratford Roller Rink may have been the first place.
Yes, that was it.
That was it.
Stratford Roller Park, yes. Legendary.
All right. So as Skinny Boys being Superior Crush at that time, and you guys being Cold Crush, how did you feel about that naming convention?
Well, at the time, it's what, 40 more years? Almost 35 years ago?
Right.
I really don't remember.
I'll tell you who remembers very well. Grandmaster Cass had got on the mic when they came out. And as dope as the Cold Crush was, he said something that just stuck. He said, the only crush besides a cold crush in this building or anywhere else is the orange crush. And we were like, what the hell? But that's the way he felt. And we can't knock that. You know, the cold crush came before the Superior Crush. You know, so there's a respect there. We could understand where he was coming from.
But in our defense, when we put the group together, take no prisoners was our motto.
Go ahead.
You know, so, you know, when we left the Bronx, we understood we was going into other people's area. So when we came into people's area, we came to work. it was never nothing against who. It was just what we had to do. So when we went into places where other people might have had similar names, most of the time it was a bad situation. With Superior Crush, we just rolled with it.
Right.
But but most of the time it was a bad situation.
And let me say this, that and what I remembered, I heard Jay say Orange Crush, but I want to correct him. I remember Cass saying, there ain't no other crush but the cold crush. That's what I remember. You know? And so
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right. So now, by 1983, this is when Jock comes in.
Jock came in, we heard the Disco 3, which are now known as the Fat Boys. When we heard that, we were like, this is incredible, you know? This is something new to the game, you know?
I could kind of surmise, how they became the Skinny Boys, because the Fat Boys were out. Fat Boys were doing their thing, and they was like, hey, you know what? Probably, because they're the Fat Boys, we're gonna be the Skinny Boys,
And Buffy and these guys came out, the Disco 3 known as the Fat Boys, and they later became the Fat Boys. My cousin Jock was already on to something that we didn't even know about.
Where are they now? Ladies and gentlemen of the world, Skinny Boys. Fresh Fest, baby. Fresh Fest 2010. Skinny Boys. Nothing in life stays the same.
The project without the mic check was dead.
Skinny Boys was the voice that was put to rest.
The Skinny Boys, they had an impact on Connecticut hip hop back in the 80s, because you got to keep in mind, we're in the tri-state area. So we actually got to hear hip hop really pop off with the whole Mr. Magic and Marley Marl, the Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, and the Latin Rascals and all them. So I think when we think about hip hop, we were kind of there at the beginning. And in Connecticut, we didn't really have a lot of people that were right here in Connecticut that you could say, yo, they really doing it. There was a lot of cats that were, like I said, at the rec doing it, or, the roller skating rink doing it. But as far as on records, we didn't have a lot of people. So when the Skinny Boys, were one of the first to drop a record, it was like, yo, we could really do this. So, that inspired a lot of people, that gave a lot of people, that hope that, yo, I could do this too. So they had a really big impact, because, really they were one of the first to really, to do it.
Mommy, guess who I seen? The Skinny Boys.
Skinny Boys. Skinny Boys. Skinny Boys. We need rape.
Yo, Jay, get easy on the set.